Jay. They love Jay so much that they started a Jay cult, basically. And they all dress up like Jay. So there's like, I don't know, 50 Jays in this season. Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Today's video, we are going to be continuing with, of course, Ninjago season. I believe we are on season 12, but this actually, I got confusing information from my friends. Netflix calls this season 12 when this is supposed to be season 13. I don't know what season I'm on anymore, but I do know the story's pretty good, so let's go ahead and continue the show, shall we? Let's get into it. Okay, so what can I say about this part of the story? Deja vu? Didn't we already do this type of storyline before? I mean, okay, so I get it. That there are a couple differences. Last time we did this storyline, we were in the cyberspace. Now we're in a video game, but you're still kind of getting trapped into a computer-wise world, right? Didn't we already do this with a lot better of a story? Now, I will have to admit this. If I ignore the fact that we've kind of already did this story before, so deja vu, I have to admit this. Actually, I like what they did with it. Now, granted, I think all the stuff with the Overlord and the other Digiverse that they were in, I think that's, in terms of its storyline, in terms of Zane's sacrifice and all of that, I think it was done much better before, but I'm not gonna say they don't have good ideas. So what is this season about? What is this storyline about? So it turns out that the ninja, they're kind of bored and they want to find something to do. They want to be heroes again. And they figure in a really huge town like Ninjago, there's gotta be some crime somewhere for them to stop. They go to the police office trying to figure out what they can do, what they can help out with. Problem is, when you have a bunch of super ninja around, yeah, not everyone's going to be causing some crime. Everyone's really kind of scared of the ninja, at least all of the villains are, so there's no crime to stop. Eventually they do find something at least. It turns out that a criminal known as the Mechanic, we've seen this guy before but never really, dived into any storyline with him. The Mechanic actually stole some sort of microchip, some sort of motherboard, and he's been stealing a couple other little things around the town as well. The ninja jump into action, they track him down, they capture him, they find his hideout, and while inside the hideout, trying to figure out what he's been doing, we actually have Jay find a video game? Yep, an arcade video game, an old arcade video game known as the Prime Empire, and it was apparently some super cool video game that never got finished, and they were wondering why it never got finished. Well, here it is, right? Let's try to play it. At least Jay wants to play it, but every time he turns it on, it doesn't work. Eventually, he decides, you know what? I really want to play this game, let's see if I can fix it. And he finds out that the game doesn't have a motherboard. Hold on. Doesn't have a motherboard? Yep. While the other team are searching for clues to figure out what the Mechanic's whole plan actually was, Jay decides, let's actually plug in that old dusty motherboard that the Mechanic stole and see if that works. And it does. And you know, at first it could be a case of, oh, the mechanic is a video game guy. He just wanted to play a super cool video game. That's all. That's why he stole the arcade game. That's why he stole the motherboard. Nothing weird there. It's Ninjago. You know something weird is gonna be going on. So after Jay hits level 13, a portal opens up into the video game. Literally, the video game literally opens up completely, and there's just a portal there. And Jay walks into it being a complete, utter idiot. Jay. What can I say? Jay is not my favorite ninja, and yeah. You'd think after all this time, he would at least be a little bit smarter. Like, come on, you couldn't just turn around and call out to the team that something was going on. Nope, you had to go inside the video game instead. And of course, when he activated the game in the first place, an entire weird wave of energy hit all of the other arcanes in Ninjago, and what happens there is really weird. All of the other arcane video games end up showing the Prime Empire. So you know what they have to do? They have to somehow find Jay and stop the Prime Empire from capturing more people, because the more and more people you play it, the portals are opening up, more and more people are being trapped inside this video game. So that means the only way to hopefully save the day is go inside the video game. Now, we can't have Zane go inside of it because he's a supercomputer, and you know, if him and his girl ended up going inside of it, it could probably mess with their circuits, so they can't go inside of it. So we got the team going back into it, and I actually liked the joke with Kai not having powers once again. He actually says that. I kind of feel sorry for Kai, but it's also like, he just keeps stealing Kai's powers. Why are you doing that? You know? I mean, that's like the only thing they have Kai do nowadays. It's just make sure Kai doesn't have fire powers anymore. Got it. You know, it was kind of a funny callback, but it's also really annoying that, you know, you didn't give Kai his abilities. Turns out none of the ninjas have their abilities. They're inside the video game world, so they actually have to live the video game life. They have to power up, they have to learn their skills. Yeah, even though they're ninjas and they actually know how to actually do in the real world, they have to power up in this video game and buy certain upgrades and certain abilities so they can use it into the game world, which, okay, I will say that it is really creative, it's fun. Let's see how this story goes. Oh, and yeah, Jay. Remember Jay got sucked in first, right? It turns out that there are indeed other players who, because Jay was the best player in the game, they loved Jay. They loved Jay so much that they started a Jay cult, basically, and they all dress up like Jay. So there's like, I don't know, 50 Jays in this season. I can't stand Jay. You know what? I'm just gonna be honest with you. The first couple of seasons of Jay, the first couple of seasons of the show, I hated Jay. I did not like Jay until I think season 6, because season 6, when he was against Unagami and he saved Nia and we got the real story of Jay, I liked Jay. And you know, the season 6 to season 10, Jay was fantastic. They've been turning Jay back into the goofball that I did not like from the first couple of seasons, and I really can't stand that. Now I'm dealing with like 50 Jays in Ninjago, and I hate it. I can't stand Jay. Why is all this Jay love going on? And then we see Jay, and he's like, in a super weird like rocker suit and everything. I'm like, that is the worst Jay design I have ever seen. Please get rid of Jay. Please bring back the Jay I remember from season 10, from season 6 and 210. Like, Jay is, I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand Jay in this season. I can't. Aside from that, there were some really good moments of the season. Basically, they have to find this big villain. They actually think it was, I like this twist. They think the creator of the game is the one who actually is the main villain of this part of the story. Turns out, no, the video game itself was the main threat. So, the guy who invented the game didn't think that the game was going to come alive, right? He just wanted to invent something cool. And I really like that when Zane and Pixel, especially Pixel, meets the guy who actually invented the game. I really like the fact that, you know, he thinks Pixel is just a computer, a robot, that she doesn't have really any feelings, and eventually she proves to him that she does, and that his creation was so powerful, so strong, that it became a life of its own, just like Pixel did, just like Zane did, and just like this video game did. So now we have the inventor of the game hopefully helping them to stop the villain of the well, I was gonna say season show, but of the Prime Empire. Yes, we have to stop the villain of the Prime Empire. And what does the Prime Empire villain want anyway? Why is he doing this? Well, he's trying to basically he's trying to come to our world, the ninja world, the real world. The reason why is because he wants to actually find out why his quote-unquote dad just gave up on him, and maybe get revenge on him for that. It turns out that the reason why he gave up on him is because, one, the game was getting too serious. A player of the game, like the first time they actually had a player of the game play it, he got sucked into the world and they couldn't find him ever again. So, yep, we have all of that going on. Oh, by the way, we do get to meet that player of the game, and he is a very fun character. But he's not memorable enough for me to remember his name. I'm sorry. I liked Racer Girl. I think her name was like Racer 7 something. I liked her. She was fun. She was a part of the game, and you know, the realization that she was actually part of the game from Lloyd, and that she can take her life into her own hands. She doesn't have to do what the computer wants her to do, what the system wants her to do. She wants to stand up and actually try to help the ninja and stuff like that. I really liked that lesson. I thought it was really good. And of course, probably the best character in in this part of the story was honestly the samurai. 12. Was probably the samurai Okino. Okino was I really liked him. So Okino, being a samurai, being part of the game, his whole mission is basically, his whole mission in life is to get his master slash you know, the one playing the game. So he has many masters. He wants to get the player of the game to the last level, right? That's his whole mission in life, because he's built from a machine. But after failing again and again and again, and watching so many of his masters, which are of course the players of the game, die, and again die. You know, they're in a video game, they just get sucked into a block. But to him, they're dead, right? So eventually he gets saddened by that, he gives up on that. The ninja come to him, they need his help to get through the game, so he tries one more time, and then he actually finds out the truth, and then he, the racer girl that will happen later on in the season, he finally decides to go his own way, that he doesn't have to pay attention to the computer, to the system. He's alive in his own way, and he's going to do what is right to him. I like it. I really do like this entire storyline with Okino. Again, there's some really good parts to the season, and then there's Jay. What can I say? If I had to rate this season, I think I would give it probably a 7 out of 10. I almost want to give it an 8 out of 10, but then there are so many problems with Jay. Oh, what the hell. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. It is a really good story. I really do like the story that they came up with. Again, the whole storyline and everything else like that, it's been done before, it's been done better. And then, you know, there was part of the season that I didn't even talk about like they all get captured by the villain and Jay is literally the last one left. So literally, and then Jay and Nia share this moment that honestly was not as emotional as what was actually in season 6, where it's like it's just a rehash of the same storyline. Again, there is so much of this where I'm like, yeah, could have been better. You had some really good ideas, but then you're rehashing a lot of storylines that I don't like, where it's just and Jay. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. It was really good, but then there's Jay. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know down in the comments below how much you love Jay, because I hate him. I'm out, bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.